You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
We began with breaking news where the GBI is looking into a deadly shooting involving police at a gas station in Roswell.
All of this happening while you were sleeping. Let's get right to Ariana Maniz live where the police say it unfolded. Ariana, what have you learned?
Aisha and Cheryl, the GBI is still here investigating after Roswell police say a man was shot and killed in front of this racetrack after he refused to put down his gun. Take a look at this video. This happened just before midnight. Police tell us Roswell police say they got a call about a suspicious person, and when they got here, that's when they found a man holding a gun. They tell us he refused to put it down. He barricaded himself inside of the racetrack. Employees who were inside, they were evacuated, and that's when multiple SWAT team units, they were called out. Now, police, they tried to talk to this man, negotiate for nearly 2 hours. After that was unsuccessful, the SWAT team, they tried to take this man into custody. That's when he fired at SWAT members, and SWAT team, they returned fire, hitting this man. He was shot and killed. He was taken to the hospital where police tell us that he later died. Now the GBI, they're still working this investigation. And when we get more details, we're still working to learn more, such as the identity of this person and what led up to the shooting. And when we get that information, we'll be sure to bring it to you. Back to you.
Thanks, Ariana. This morning in Gwinnett County, there's an investigation after a person was found dead inside of a car. Just before 11 last night, police responded to the parking lot of a shopping plaza near Gwinnett Place Mall in unincorporated Duluth. They got the call from 911 that someone saw a body inside of a truck. The cause of death and victim's ID have not been released yet. We'll continue to follow both of these developing stories. To stay updated, download our 11 Alive News app.
Some relief at the pump is on the way as the gas tax suspension went into effect just hours ago at midnight. You probably won't see much of a difference in prices if you fill up today. It's going to take a few days to see those prices come down because the stations, they've already paid the taxes on the gas they have at the pumps now. Governor Kemp announced that the suspension as part of the new state of emergency over inflation in Georgia. We did check this morning and the average price per gallon is $3.56.
Your Atlanta Braves are one win away this morning from its 6th consecutive NL East title. They take on the Phillies tonight. All eyes on Matt Olson again, who is now one home run away from breaking the franchise record. He hit number 51 last night. The 11 Live Sports team is traveling to Philly. They'll have live coverage for you tonight. That was a look at your Wednesday morning headlines.
Rainy start to the day. How are we looking, Andrew?
It's looking pretty good out there compared to where we were at just a few hours ago, Aisha and Cheryl. We had a lot of shower activity just after midnight, all the way up till about 4 a.m. Then things started to calm down. Still a few light showers out there. 72 degrees in Atlanta, mostly cloudy, but still gorgeous. The city lights stunning, sometimes even more beautiful whenever there is a little bit of shower activity out there. We still have some of those light showers passing through. Again, the heavier the rainfall really made its way off towards the east. Just a few spotty light showers left over here, especially when you get east of the downtown connector. Looking closer on over towards Panthersville, stretching all the way up towards Tucker, still seeing some showers closer on towards Norcross. And then you also see up towards Roswell, a little bit of light shower activity up their way as well as up towards Milton. So the light spotty shower activity that we're seeing is really going to calm down by the time we head into the latter part of the morning. Moving into the early part of the afternoon, we're also going to be quieter. And then once we get to about the 4, 5, 6 o'clock time frame, some isolated showers and storms are going to start to pop up. About a 30% chance for rain this afternoon with temperatures rising into the mid-80s. Now, those rain chances are going to linger on into the evening, but the better shot for rain for this evening is going to be south of I-20 and even further down to the south, closer on over towards the Macon area. Moving into Thursday, we are going to have temperatures in the 60s, rising only into the lower 80s for the afternoon, and still a slight chance for rain. We are going to be cooler thanks to the fact that there's a cold front moving through today. It's not going to really drop down our rain chances by much. You see Thursday, Friday, Saturday, still some rain chances in there, and then another front through on Sunday with an isolated shower and storm possible there. That Sunday front is going to be bringing drier air with it. Take a look at some of these temperatures. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, down in the lower 80s for highs compared to the mid 80s for today. And then you see there as we hit throughout the days there on Sunday, there's that isolated shower and thunderstorm activity possible. Then Monday and Tuesday going to be much drier out there with lows in the 60s and highs into the 80s.
This morning, the 19 defendants in the Fulton County election RICO case are preparing for the next steps, and we are getting a new inside look at security in Fulton County for this case and others. It's critical with high-profile players like former President Trump, his attorney Rudy Giuliani, and former Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. We are hearing exclusively from Fulton County Sheriff Pat Labatt about how his team is securing the courthouse.
Security is first and foremost. And so when you focus on the number of judges we have, the number of cases we have, and this being the largest courthouse in the Southeast and what that looks like especially from a Georgia perspective, we continue to bring in resources to make sure our teams are fresh, make sure that we ultimately are focused on safety and security.
The sheriff also mentioned how other big cases like the YSL RICO case helped prepare them. New this morning, we are getting a look at a court filing in the election case from DA Fani Willis. This just in a few hours ago. In the 7-page filing, she defends her position that all defendants are tried together. The judge was skeptical about it in an earlier hearing. DA Willis says because the defendants face similar charges, they would overlap evidence and witnesses. She says separate trials gives later cases an advantage of seeing the state's case ahead of time. She also says this would put an enormous strain on the state's justice system.
As President Joe Biden faces an impeachment inquiry from Republicans, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden is getting ready for a trip to Atlanta. We know she's going to be in town tomorrow to speak at a fundraiser for President Biden's campaign. Then on Friday, she'll head to Emory University to highlight new technology in the fight against cancer.
This morning, there is an arrest in a hit and run involving a Decatur crossing guard. Police say the victim, Jeffrey Smith, was stopping traffic for a high school student when a driver hit him near Decatur High School. They say that car hit him from behind. The driver kept going and left Smith on the road. He is expected to recover. Police are praising the student who was able to get a license plate and a good car description for police.
We are getting answers this morning after employees of an Atlanta apartment senior home speak out on the conditions.
Termites, rat infestation, roach infestation. It's not a decent place to work nor live.
Kawasi Turner is talking about Lily R. Campbell House. The low-income apartment complex for seniors is marketed as luxurious. The former employee says he was hired to fix issues around the property, including mold. He says it made him sick, one of the reasons he quit. We spoke to residents who also say their homes are not getting cool enough and that the elevators aren't working. 11 Alive reached out to KHEC Management, which addressed all concerns. The property management company took over 3 months ago and claims the property was neglected by the previous company. They say it has treated the whole building after the infestations and temporarily closed the trash room during the weekends while this improves.
Now for today, we've had a few isolated showers and storms out there already this morning. We're going to still have more of a chance for it as we head throughout this afternoon, so don't be surprised by that. But not everybody sees rain today. Look at this. We're going to see temperatures drop off because the rain chances today, that comes from some of the cold front that's passing through. Low 80s for highs through Saturday.
Tonight, the principal of Lake Forest Elementary School in Sandy Springs, Lara Nelson, will be on Wheel of Fortune. She's part of Wheel of Fortune's European Vacation Week. Principal Nelson says she remembers watching the show with her 2 grandmothers, and now she watches with her twin adult daughters and her 15-year-old son. There's going to be a big, fun watch party tonight from 6:30 to 7:45 at the Sandy Springs Cinema on Roswell Road. Good luck, Principal Nelson.
Wheel
That's Fortune! That's walking distance from my house.
Oh, head on out to the theater, Crash.
Go.
Good luck.
Have a great day, everybody.
Represent Sandy Springs.
What?